And we made it.
All right, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
All right.
Can you hear me or are you listening? Well, wait a minute. Just because we hear you don't mean we have to listen, right?
Yeah, I got you.
And let me get one thing on my chest first. Yesterday, I screwed up setting up the live stream, had the wrong freaking time on it. So a couple of guys apparently jumped in the chat last night, but hey, my fault. Yesterday was a little stressful.
Yeah, sometimes believe me, if talk about
No, we
making
have
mistakes in live streams. I hold the record of that.
Yeah, well, if you didn't see it on my social media, we had a little puppy issue yesterday where she got into something, eating something she shouldn't have ate, and she was in bad shape. She spent a couple hours at the vet getting pumped full of fluids.
Definitely ate something, and
Yeah, and we don't know what it was, but today she's fine. Last night, when we got her back, she was about 90%, and today she's way back to her rambunctious self. So
she's got puppy strength.
yeah, no, she's good. Um, Enjoying life, hanging out with the big one again, and everything is good.
Good.
Everything's good in their world.
Very, very good.
So I'd bring her up here, but I don't quite trust her just yet.
They might like it, and then might start barking at the camera like Steve.
No, I don't think it's the barking at the camera. She's not the whole house training thing. We're still working on.
Yeah.
Upstairs is downstairs is all vinyl plank. So if she
Yeah,
has an
that makes it
accident,
easy.
no big deal. Up here is all carpet. So
Steve this morning, freaking, I put his dinner in his bowl and he freaking puked part of it up. I mean, right before I was leaving, I'm like, he
yeah,
eats so fast, and I think he's got this new food, and it's cold, and I think I didn't heat it enough, so it was cold, and it went in his stomach. It needs to be at least body temperature. I think that's part of the problem. And
well,
he just gobbles it up,
we have
like
those bowls that have to ridges in it to slow them down on eating.
yeah. He's got new food, and he really likes it.
If you just have a regular bowl, especially little one, she will just inhale the food.
Yeah,
Bob Casey is here. Jim Droning is here. Barkley 107. Uh, Chuck. Chuck's here. Laurie's here. And Michael from Quebec, Canada. And Drone Delirium. Howdy, fellas. So instead of doing the whole the sky is falling business, I think everybody heard the news about who got fined by the FAA. You know what? Those guys had it coming. Live with it. We're just going to leave it at that.
don't do stupid shit.
Yeah, let's still fuck around and find out. And they fucked around and found out. Sorry about the F bomb, but
I have something that if you want to start with something to talk about,
yeah.
I forgot that this was up, and it'd be something interesting to chat about.
Oh, bring it.
I'm weird about cameras and stuff, so this is obviously something camera
Well,
related here.
we know you're weird, not just about cameras. But
Oh, it's like, yeah. Yeah, way over. So this is
I see it.
yeah, this
Oh
is
yeah,
Key
I
Pocket
saw that.
4, supposedly. And I'm guessing it's just an accessory that's attached to it. So it has an accessory attachment because that's not something that will be on that thing 24/7.
That's
That's
probably
based,
magnetic mount.
yeah, magnetic and a kind of cool idea though. I mean, the
Yeah.
vlogging light. I'd never use that in a million years because I don't do that kind of vlogging, but there's people that do.
Well, you and I, we live too far south. We don't have to worry about that.
Right.
No, outside
No,
lighting.
I
But
think it's a great idea.
indoors, I can absolutely see where that come in handy.
Yeah, I'm always tinkering with cameras. Like my last video was just garbage. I mean, because I'm using, actually it's not bad. It was the audio was garbage. And because I'm always messing with it. And but the one cool thing about that product when that does come out is it will be out of the box ready to use. Um, you're not going to have to fiddle with it too much. I one, yeah. So
Yeah, I'm kind of holding off on things right now.
yeah.
I'm just gonna fly with the X5 and the Osmo Nano for the time being.
Well, if you looked at if you watched the first beta FPV video I did, that was X5. That turned out great.
Yeah, no, the X5, the
Yeah,
X5 very capable camera,
yeah,
and I
that was
love to.
excellent. I mean that I've gotten a lot of great results from that thing.
Yeah,
I've even traveled with it. So I traveled with that this summer. I did actually some point and shoot images with it. This weekend I was visiting my mom and I'm like, all right, it was really crappy lighting and it actually did pretty good. I think there's a lot to be said for the 1 inch square sensor camera. I think that's really kind of the cat's meow right now. And I'm sure this one here is going to be just like that. It's probably going to have a 1 inch square.
well, what I like on the X5 is the fact that I can choose after the fact or not to get horizontal or vertical footage. It records on the square sensor, and after the fact, I can pick and choose what I want.
Right.
And no, the Nano is small enough where you can turn it if need to be, but I mean, you're gonna be one way or another. You're not
The
gonna.
Nano is really good. Like to me, it's a good not get out of the box, turn it on and shoot camera. Once again, it's really good for people like me who really, if I don't have everything perfect accidentally, I'm going to screw it up intentionally. So I think yeah, I think the ultras like that too. I went and looked, I always look back at old footage to see what I like. Um,
And that virtual gimbal on the X5 now is pretty amazing.
yeah. And it does a follow and that's the virtual gimbal. You've got the face recognition and
Who looks chunky, Chuck?
it looks chunky. Oh,
Easy
he's
there,
talking about
Buster.
it does. It looks like it's a little, I think it looks wider. Do you notice the wire
It'll look
coming out by
different when you
on the
put
left
that
image with the
hoo-ha
left
at the
pinky?
bottom.
Do you think that's a lavalier, like a plug? You think that's a you think that's a lav mic plug?
Where?
Look down on the left side
That
on
looks
this
more like
right
that.
there, that wire coming out of there.
No, that's a carrying strap of some
Strap?
type.
Okay. I was just thinking if it might, obviously they're wireless, but
That's a wrist strap of some type.
yeah, okay.
And then on the other picture, you see that thing. I think that's your USB-C hookup.
Right on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you have that extended battery at the bottom, it'll look different because then it's taller and slimmer again. So
Right. The extended battery on mine is almost kaput. So they don't give you much time, but it does give you extended time. But right now you can buy an aftermarket extension battery for a
yeah,
really good deal.
I would think that light on there is gonna be adjustable in intensity.
Yeah, it's gonna be, I think it's a cool accessory though. I think it's neat, but it's one
But
I'll
I mean,
use.
question is, does that light run off of the battery on off the pocket, or
Yeah.
does it have its own separate battery up there in the neck?
My guess is it has some kind of I don't see any USB port on it, like for recharging, but it's hard to see because you really can't.
It's got its own label on it though.
Yeah, it might have its own battery source, which would be nice. It would be nice if it had its own battery and then it was also connected. So that would give you, a little bit of a boost, but because you don't want it draining your main camera battery. I've hardly stressed the main camera battery. It's always used the handle battery, and the main camera is. I've never drained out that battery. That puppy's going to be expensive though. So that's the problem with
Well,
is
the
is
freaking the
seven
Pocket
hundred
3
bucks.
wasn't cheap either.
That thing's going to be a $700 kit, and that light is not coming with it.
Well,
I'm thinking that's a $150 accessory that you're going to have to buy separate.
I, I wouldn't worry about it too much because there's a good chance that thing will never be released in the U.S.
We're going to call it the Extra Pocket 2.
Yeah, we'll have to wait for about 6 months, and then we'll have the white model from Extra.
Yeah, right.
Extra Muse 2.
Extra Muse, yeah. But yeah, anyway, so I that just popped up in my feed.
Yeah. And Drone Delirium, howdy, fella. Well, I've been doing a little bit of tinkering again, and I've upgraded
Yeah,
the
that's better
lens.
looking in your picture you sent me.
Well, the picture was a little harsh lighting on it, so
That looks good. That looks way better. Yeah, next time wait. Here, go. You can go full screen on it if you want to knock me down. That looks good, really good. I can see the lens and everything. I can.
there we go.
There we go. Yeah,
So
yeah, that looks really sharp. Have
that's
you
that
looked at it
lens
through your
kit that
goggles yet?
Flywoo has, and then the board is in that Flywoo CNC kit, and that gives it the options to mount it 2020 or 25 by 25. And then the antenna was a surplus pro antenna that I put on there.
I really like that setup. I think that's cool. And then you stick a Pro in there, and it'll fit in that same slot. Um,
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
it.
simple, and then it exposes your USB-C, which is nice.
Well, you see at the bottom, there's access to the push button.
Yep, that's another huge one.
And then at the top, you got the access to the USB-C, and there's the cable going to the flight controller.
That's a great frame. Does that come in a power unit?
Does this come with what?
Does it come with motors or just the frame? Can you buy it with the
I
motors?
bought it. I bought just the frame, and then because the stock version of this is 4S, and I built this as 6S.
Yeah, a 6S would be the way you'd want to fly it.
Well, this
Would
is
you,
a 3-inch, so you'd be fine on 4S, but
you
that's
get way
3.
more, but you get a lot of, you'll get extra flight time and it'll be way more efficient with 6S, I think.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the guys that are flying there at the Olympics,
Yeah.
chasing the downhill skiers, they're flying on 4S. Their little quads are sub 250, and they fly on 4S, and they have 2 video systems on it. The pilot video system is an 04 Lite, and then on top they have a payload, and that's the broadcast equipment. And then the battery sitting on the bottom. And I've seen some threads where people posted pictures of it. They actually have the props. They actually flip the motor to the bottom, so they have
Uh-huh.
a configuration. There's really guys out there say, "Oh, they mounted the motors upside down." Yeah, they did, and they did it on purpose.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's 199 ELRS without the VTX. 199 for the frame and, with the flight controller, and then you can just add
well,
the VTX.
problem is right now, actually, Speedy B does not ship to the U.S. right now,
Oh,
and
because I would put an 04 light in there,
yeah,
like you
no,
did with the
Speedy
with the.
B quit shipping to the U.S. off of their website, but they are selling on Amazon.
Yeah, Speedy B's good, good
Don't you be
quality.
calling Tuesday fat? That's not Barkley. You're just not right. You should know. You of all people should know. You don't call anyone fat anymore. Tuesday or any other day of the week. So anyhow, yeah, I think Barkley, was it you that they found out what's wrong with your head? Ain't nothing right on the left and nothing left on the right. I know it's Mardi Gras. And tomorrow's Ash Wednesday. I'm familiar. But we still don't call anyone fat. Not even Tuesday. You can say vertically challenged. You could say height, weight, and well, whatever.
Here's the
Yeah, amen. Check, you got that all right. We all have head issues.
here's an accompanying video with that for the Pocket 4.
Oh, we have a video. Watch
Yeah.
out. Here we go.
That's got to be the 1-inch camera, but you think they put a square sensor in there? Do you think that's something that they may have done with that? Even though it doesn't look like it could be a square, you really don't know. I'm I'm really getting to love the idea of the square sensor.
If it had a square sensor, why wouldn't it have a square screen?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, is it possible that you could still keep the, the form, the cue to this, unless the camera turns, but it, vertical, and you
Well, I
can.
mean, Pocket 3, you tilt the screen, you tilt the camera.
Right.
And this looks like the same screen on the 3.
I'm just, like I said, I'm just the simplicity of what they call the open gate concept is kind of what
Yeah.
everybody's kind of looking at. No, I think that camera out of the box is going to be, I'm, I'm going to buy that thing as soon as it's for sale, because I need to upgrade my Pocket 3. My Pocket 3, I've been using my Pocket 3 since day one, and it almost exclusively for any important stuff I do. And I need to replace it. And I almost bought the extra Muse just so I have a replacement in case mine broke down, because they were getting so cheap. But that we were so close to launch that I'm so. But
Pleasingly Plum Tuesday. Well, you're getting the right direction. Now, I dare you to call your wife pleasingly plum. You can come back to the stream after you get released from the hospital and tell us how that worked out for you.
I've come to appreciate the 6, and
for that reason.
yeah. But this is not an easy camera to just pull out and use. You got to you got to set it up. You can see, I mean, I've got overexposed stuff. I've got the stuff from last time wasn't this camera. That was actually an APS-C camera that I had a different mic setup on it. And I learned it was windy. So I was like, all right, I'm going to try this different mic. And it just made the audio sound hollow. DJI is still the best audio, but yeah, anyway, I do finally have this set up right. And then I bought the cage for it because it doesn't come with a cage anymore. You don't buy the cage with it. But this Amzier company makes a pretty good cage, and it opens from both sides. So you can click it open on both sides, which is way nice. And this is the grip for my Action 5. And I can take this grip and attach it to this camera. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. I mean, it's, and then this one, of course, has the button is a little bit goofy. So I can't use the button.
We buy an action camera because it's nice and small and compact and easy. And then we buy a humongo handle that's twice the size of the freaking camera, so we can actually hold the goddamn thing. All righty.
All right, enough of that.
And I see Michael, Texas Strong Guy in the chat. Howdy, feller.
It is kind of ridiculous, isn't it?
Jody is here. Drone shots.
And I'm still a huge fan of the original Mic Mini. I think the original Mic Mini is so simple. If you can still grab one of those right now, with if you're not thinking you're left behind for the Mic 3, the Mic Mini is still perfect.
Since you were talking about Mardi Gras and all that, I've even got my New Orleans mug out.
New Orleans,
yeah. He breaks rules was a VND. Obviously, VND means something different than what pops in my mind right off the top. But Oh, that's blur. Okay. Never mind.
Can I be a little bit off color?
Oh, variable neutral density. There we go. Not venereal disease. Yeah, and you can be off color as you like to be.
You've if you haven't seen this one's timeless. This is we have to have some humor here. Here, let me see here. Let's see. Has anybody ever seen this? The Asiana Flight 214 video? I'm not going to play it. The pilots' names of the Asiatic Flight 214. Captain something wrong. We too low and holy. Anyway, bang ding owl. Okay, that's terrible. All right.
Well, here's the terrible part. Okay. I have to apply for permit with all the municipalities around here. And one of them has a new clerk. And I'm not cheating you. I assume it's a her. The name is Dong Lee. Yeah.
Well, at least it's better than the emails I get where it's Brenda.
Yeah.
Or Kim. Or something like that.
Ashley.
Ashley, whatever. Oh, crap. That I would rather have their real name. Just it's okay. You can freaking it. Just I know you're not freaking Caucasian. Just don't have to fake it. It's okay. It's not hurting my feelings or affecting our relationship. Oh, did you hear the DJI sales? The sales VP detained and bribery charges for DJI.
No.
No way. Come on. Corruption
No
in
way.
China?
Well, I've been doing a little digging, and I'm going to share this here.
All right, here we go. Your turn.
Did you know that Kelly's urologist is named Richard Chop? That's way more intimate knowledge than I need to have about Kelly.
I thought it was bend
And
over.
I don't even want to know how you
No,
come
that's his proctologist, guys. That's bend over.
Well, you heard about the cardiologist that passed away and had this elaborate funeral service, right? And then at the end of the service, there was the casket was there, and at the head of the casket was a big heart. And then at the end of the service, the heart opens, casket slides into it, the heart closes. Done. The gynecologist just started grinning ear to ear. The proctologist fainted. So, anyway, let's get this back on track somehow.
Let's get back to talking about drones here.
Let's yeah. Instead of telling bad jokes. All right, here. Neo 2 Fly More Motion Fly More combo. And that one has the goggles.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
$600. The Neo, the module, batteries, the ding dong, and the M3 goggles for $600. very, very tempting. If anybody said to me right now, I want to get into FPV, what would you recommend? That's what
That,
I'll tell them.
yeah. It you can the only there's only one tiny trade-off with the Neo, and it's a good trade-off. And the trade-off is you can't fly above 400 feet, period. And
Yeah, well,
so, and there's not enough battery capacity for you to do that anyways, but you still have
I was just fixing to
2,000
say, if
feet
you're
of
going to take that thing up to 400 feet, you you have a problem anyway.
exact. It's made for cruising.
Yeah, it's meant for close by stuff, little FPV, and then you got the option to have just do the hand controls on it. You can get a freaking RC2 controller and fly it as a drone. There's options with this thing. And
You were
then now
talking about
with the new high capacity batteries that you can buy,
right.
was what 18 minutes of flight time from what I've seen.
Yeah, and then if you got your RC2, you've got basically another mini platform. You got a like a mini 3 almost. And
Yeah,
it's not too and it's definitely more pleasing to fly around. It's not like now the Neo actually after flying the Beta FPV bird, because that's a true, 2-inch, it's loud. But you go back to flying that, and the sound pitch is so they did a nice job tweaking that. It's a very pleasant sound now, you know. But with the goggles and the controller, you just find yourself a remote controller 3 if you want to fly FPV, or just use the joystick.
Dr. Payne. Yeah,
You can
that's
get the original Neo for a really good deal right now. So it's like 219 for 3 batteries and the drone.
yeah. Well, I've
So
come across this deal, and it's very tempting.
yeah, because you get stabilized footage with that because of its gimbal. So that's
Yeah.
and then you can also stabilize the footage if you want because you get gyro data. So yeah,
Yeah. And
it's a
free
great
dog,
little do it
not
all
the greatest
drone.
thing
And
in the world, but definitely good enough to get by on.
yeah, it's a good kit.
Yeah. So anyway,
Yeah,
but
that's a
that
good.
kind of opens up the door to beginner setup, and you've got a little something to share about beginner setups
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, I've been messing around with the Beta FPV kit, and
Let's
you
hear
know
about
that
it.
that little bad boy right there. And I've really had a lot of fun with this. When I flew the Caddx bird, it was there were so many bugs. This one is not bug free by any means. It's got little things, but it's nothing. It's nothing like that. This thing, you can literally get it out of the box, charge the batteries, and fly it in manual without any special like dinking around with it. And um I think it comes with the batteries will last about 4 minutes there if you're ripping with it. Um and it's just nice. Oops, there goes the battery. I've crashed it so many times already. But yeah, so it has the original Aquila 16 kind of look to it, but it's much more robust, and 2-inch props. And I mean, literally, you can the frame has got a nice rigidity to it. It's not mushy or um. And that was one thing about the Caddx drone is the Caddx drone actually felt good, but it just flew so crappy. It was so hard to fly. And this flies like the Pavo Pico. So it flies just like those. It has the same feel to it, and you can really, you can really push it. It doesn't fly heavy either. It flies very light. You can really push the batteries. The batteries are plenty to give you a good punch. In my last video, I was flying too fast with it. I had I when I set the camera up, I had it high and I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna get lots of maximum control, right? Oh my Lord, I ended up going, I swear I was ripping around my house like at like 30, and that's in 500 feet. That's hard to freaking control. But yeah, cool. Very nice. Now the goggles still have issues, there's when you pay that much for a kit, you're not going to get perfect goggles. That's
Yeah.
when Kai talks about the DJI kit. I mean, you go like this, but this is a starter. This one would get you into FPV. You can fly in normal mode. And if you're an inexperienced pilot, you can fly. You're not going to get, you know, cinematic video out of it. But everything looks good when you're flying. It's very clear and glasses friendly and setup friendly. It's got lots of settings. You can set the power up. You can set the aspect ratio up. Um, so
Quick question. Was that a psychologist by chance?
what?
Oh, he's saying about his mom taking the doctor called Stay Sick.
Stay sick, stay sick.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if that might have been a psychologist, a psychiatrist or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just no wondering out loud. Not suggesting anything.
There's your light.
Controller for it.
There's your light controller.
Well, it's got all the buttons you need.
Yeah, nothing cheap about it either. It feels good, and I think, and then when you out of range, it gives you a nice big red. Hey, it gives you a nice red warning. It's easy to stay out of trouble. It'll go the penetration went through 2.5 houses. So I flew 2 houses down behind the neighbor's house behind me. So I was 2 houses away before the penetration dumped. So that was really impressive. I was impressed with that. I got down there but it still was flyable. It was just saying, hey, my VTX started to go, and then I just raised it up. But I had a house between me and it. So anyway, just really nice that, to not lose it.
I mean, we have to say it only puts out 200 milliwatt. So it's
Yeah.
not the 1200 that DJI would put out.
Yeah. But
or
the 200 milliwatts is good. I mean, they just got something there. There's something, and now we just need one of these companies to go to the next level, make a kit so we can, good goggles, what we would consider to be, to the standard of possibly like what do you think? Goggles 3, possibly, that standard. You get diopters and.
Well, I mean, I don't think we're
going to. Or Integras.
I don't think.
How about Integras?
I don't think we're going to see a Goggles 3 type goggle out of Beta FPV. Beta FPV is all about keeping the cost down.
Yeah.
What we may see out of Beta FPV is a VRX. I'm really hoping they will put one out.
Yeah, it's definitely flyable.
There's guys out there that have goggles that have the HDMI input on them, and they would love to play around with that for little park flyers.
Yeah, once again, it's a nice step forward, and out of the box works, and there's nothing more frustrating than flying something that is said to be beginner friendly and it's not. And because beginners don't know anything, I'm going in there with an agenda, I'm going to go in there either thinking I like it or I don't like it. Where a beginner, it's going to be their first experience, and they're going to look through those goggles and go, oh my gosh, this looks really good. I can see that. happening.
Well, they got a pretty good marketing tool or advertisement on their website where they put the analog feet and the digital feet side by side, and it's like,
Well, duh.
that's pretty clever of them.
Did Mads Tech fly that kit? He had to have, hasn't he?
I haven't seen Matt's Tech fly the beta FPV yet,
Yeah, we'll see. It'd be.
but I really haven't been keeping up too much with them as of late either.
I don't. Was he on this summer Sunday? I like to watch
Yeah,
him.
he
I
was
like to
on.
watch his replay.
Yep, he was on.
Okay, I'll
I
have to check.
haven't I haven't watched him. He did have a video up about the VRX that Walk's now come out was now for the Ascent system, and let's just say he wasn't too impressed. No, he did. He does have the beta FPV one. I vaguely recall that he was making reference between the two.
Yeah, he's going to give you some more depth
Or
to.
was it NDRC?
Yeah,
It might
and
have been
Mercy did.
NDRC.
But yeah, you can. It's acro capable. It has good punch, and it can come out of a dive without freaking hitting the ground. There's just a lot of really good things about it. I don't know why they put 10 minutes on the battery, but I guess if you were flying level, I could try to do that and see how long I could milk the battery out.
All
Just to see.
right, Bob, take care. We'll see you later. Sorry about that. But Bob's got to go.
So, but if you try to piece it out, so let's say you spend you can get the goggles N3s pretty cheap right now. So you can get those, that's $300. And then you get a Beta FPV 04 ready thing, and then you get a controller. You're already at $700, something like that. But you're going to get something different. You're going to get something that not going to have the beginner setup. It's not going to have, what a beginner needs to walk baby steps forward. So anyway, yeah, it was a nice surprise, and I'm cool. I'm very appreciative to be able to fly it, and it's a great kit. So
I
very,
think
very good.
this next thing, we've looked at it before already, but it's still parody. The Radio Master TX16S Mark III. And
Yeah,
they did make it pretty nice. There's different colors. I like the blue. Sorry, I'm partial to the blue.
you got the blue. It's kind of like with Speedy B. I like the yellow and black. It looks kind of cool.
So in this handle is actually an antenna. They have two antennas on this thing. One is built into this handle and the other one is up here. There's all the colors. So
Yeah, that's a nice. They've got that thing expandable. It's dual band.
Yeah, dual bands, got the 2.4 and the 900 megahertz on it. So you can run the XR3 Gemini receivers on it. I'm still on a GX12. And as far as pretty, I like this one too.
Yeah, the GX12 is like, for a pilot like me, that would be probably where I would
Yeah,
probably be better off.
it's got a smaller screen and everything, but it's also, it's
Price is good.
$120 cheaper.
And it comes in colors, so what makes it fun.
Tell you what, I'll buy me this one and I'll sell you my black one.
You're gonna buy the white version.
Yeah. Well, I gotta have matching radios.
For the pocket.
Yeah, I got the pocket in white.
That's probably the one I should buy is the pocket. That's about what I fly when I'm flying. It's not like I'm most of everything. If I'm going to lose it, I want to lose it close.
Well, I bought this and I was like, I'm just gonna have this 4-bench radio. And I'm not gonna worry about the freaking gimbals in it. And then somebody put freaking gimbals on sale for this thing. And I went ahead and upgraded to the CNC gimbals on this thing after all. So I probably have as much tied up into this radio now than what that Crush radio is new. That Crush comes with CNC gimbals. The GX12. The GX12 series comes with a CNC gimbal. Get the pink one. Lori, did you kick Chuck off the keyboard?
Get the pink one. We got the suggestive we got the lighter side of our yeah. The pink or the yellow. I'm like partial to yellow, or the light green doesn't, even though it matches my hat, it doesn't
Well,
I'm not
we got lemon
the,
twist yellow.
the light that the yellow one is like or excuse me, the mint color. I guess you call it mint. Yeah.
If this be a navy blue, I'd be interested, but not in that. The gray one looks pretty good.
I gotta have something to fly it with.
Well, you got stuff to fly with.
Well, I know, but
you
know
quit,
me.
you just need to quit turning the damn thing off mid-flight so you can fly it again.
That's true. I keep forgetting I even got that. I need to fly that drone. And I can't. I need to fly it in a close, somewhat close area, so I can get somewhat used to it. It flies great though. It is a freaking powerful drone.
Well, take it out to the football field.
That's a good idea. I didn't even think about flying it there. Nice tight area where I can work on my my close quarter skills.
And if you turn it off mid-flight, you don't have far to walk.
You can just drop it. It is fun to fly there. I love it. You can just dump it on the field. It's
yeah. You might not even screw up your camera again.
And the camera does work. We did go through that whole process of getting the camera back in there.
So
yeah,
I'm debating and no, that whole Neo 2 coming with the goggles and 3, but I'm also wondering if the Avata 360 comes out, will it use the goggles 3, or is there going to be another new goggle in the works?
Yeah, the images that we saw are not very you can't learn anything from it because there's a lot of bull crap out there. There's a lot of garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
is it taco time yet?
Yeah, it's getting there. I know it's getting close. But now, is this a guy holding a box? Is this fake? Here's another one. Let's look at this. Here's something for us to ponder before we run out here. Let's say you turn the sound off. Oh, I hate it when they got sound connected to them. Just freaking turn that sound off. Here, let me just stop it right there. Let's see. There we go. Let's see if we can look at this here. All right, there's the Avada window. Here, let me get the there. Let's put it back in the image there.
So if anybody knows of a busted Skydio 2 was an intact gimbal, get all of Michael.
So there is the image
You
here.
need to be careful with that stuff too, because like DJI, it's not, you can't just swap out a gimbal. They're bound somehow, or the cameras are bound.
This is AI. I can already tell. The guy looks like Santa Claus. So check this out. It's fake.
Oh yeah.
This is fake and this is fake. Yeah, so it's garbage. It's all garbage. See, this is a prime example of crap that goes on and the guy looks like Chris Kringle from the Santa Claus. The guy, the electronic one.
Yeah, all polished and
Yeah.
clean, and
Yeah. So yeah, we won't know. There's images that are of the drone, but it's just not it's not developed into anything other than the same pictures over and over again. So, oh well, we'll get one. We'll get there soon enough. We will get there soon enough. And oh my God. Oh my Lord. Anyway, I gotta stop looking at this AI crap because I just saw John Kennedy hanging on a street with his cell phone. And now there's Joseph Stalin standing in front of his house in Schenectady, New York. I just love that. They can so make it cool like that. I mean, literally your neighbor, turn him into Joseph Stalin. Just make him
well,
standing.
do you know who Jeremy Clarkson is?
Yeah.
There
I
is
know
a,
of him. I don't know him personally.
well, know of him. There is a new YouTube channel out there that does these 20-minute videos, and it sounds exactly like Clarkson.
Yeah.
And they're talking about all of his farming woes that he's been enduring.
Yeah.
But whenever he names figures like 6 million pounds, it would always say 6 pounds million,
Yeah.
12 pounds million, 3 pounds million. And I'm like, something ain't right here. So I looked into it. Clarkson has absolutely nothing to do with that channel. It's complete AI garbage. Complete AI garbage. And who do I see? Matthew McConaughey just
Yeah.
copyrighted himself because he don't want anybody out there with AI making it look like it's him. It's wild.
It's so hard to, you copyright somebody, that I guess the worst case scenario there is the identical twin, which
Yeah, I
is
mean the
far
person
fetched.
cannot control what this other person knows, and it's so freaking hard to tell them apart. Which is genuine, which one is AI. It's no, they literally took video off of his show and chopped it together, and he no sounds like it's him narrating, but It's not him.
Michael's asking about the Explorer. I'm so what I don't know what I'm trying to think of the
All right,
what
Barkley. Good night.
good
Enjoy
night.
your dinner.
The Explorer. What am I missing? I'm having a brain fart. Michael, give me a up update my brain here. I you talk like the A1, the anti-gravity A1. I'm I would almost get that, but it's not. There's other things I need to do.
The
Right.
anti-gravity needs to come down in price, like way down in price.
Yeah,
I'm not even considering that thing.
yeah, Michael, I've been busy. I've been very busy doing stuff. I just, back the Explorer. I'm trying to think of back 3 years. I'm trying, what drone would be the Explorer? I've flown so many drones. I'm trying to think of which one is that.
Wasn't it the Auto?
The Autel? No. Yeah, give me the one you crashed. That's another funny one.
Flywheel Explorer.
Oh, Flywheel Explorer.
The Flywheel Explorer that you put in a tree and broke an arm.
The Explorers. Yeah, I haven't flown. That would be one I actually. There's a Flywheel. Do they does Flywheel ship? Yeah, they do, don't they?
Right now, nobody ships. It's Chinese
Yeah.
New Year till the 23rd. Forget it.
Yeah, I would fly the Explorer with the '04 light in it. Yeah, that's a great. I've looked at that.
Don't expect anything out of China for the rest of the month.
Yeah, the Flywheel long range. Um, you'd have to get it like through Banggood or something. Um,
They all shut down.
yeah,
Chinese New Year.
yeah. Well, I'm saying it. The Explorer Pro '04 Pro is $395. I mean, that's right now discounted at 10%. That's a nice looking drone. I would love to have it in the fleet. ELRS version. It's $400. And it just looks nice. They did a nice job with it. Remember, yeah, and I will if I ran it into a freaking pole, it will crack like a it will crack easy. It is so delicate. But of course, when you run something into a steel pole, it doesn't. I think that one, did I run into a pole? I think I ran that into a
I thought
tree.
you ran
I had
into
to
a
replace
tree.
an arm and the camera.
I thought you ran into a tree.
Yeah, it was maybe a tree, a young tree with it didn't have bark on it. I didn't get the benefit of bark. I'd have to look back. That would be more than 3 years ago. That's for sure. Yeah. With the wide camera. I would prefer flying that with the wide, not with the pro. You don't need a pro in there.
That
You
is
just
not the Pro. That is the single board for the
yeah.
light. But this has the white lens on it.
Yeah, the wide. So that one is with the LRS is 305. It's like $100
$305,
cheaper.
$306.
Yeah. That's a great little drone. I would love to fly that. I have batteries for it. That's a 4S, right? And you
That's
could fly
for us,
you
yeah.
could fly that with the lithium ion or the lithium ion pack.
Lithium ion battery.
Yeah, you get the Lion, the 900 milliamp hour Lion. Actually, they have a lithium. Yeah, it's a Lion HV 4S. Yeah, with an 80C, so it's lower C rating.
Yeah, if you have your own 04 kit to stick in there, then it's $158.
Yeah, that's a really good drone. I would that I maybe I should do something like that this spring. I've got a really busy spring ahead of me right now. I'm I have spent a bunch of money, but very in this last couple of months, I haven't spent anything. I've I've got so much stuff on my mind right now. I got a big trip coming up in a couple weeks, and I'll be putting up video for that. I'm
He's
gonna be on.
going down under.
I'm gonna be in X Jets territory. That would be fun to
What
have if
could
I could meet up with
possibly
him,
go
but
wrong?
I think he's on the other
You and X
island.
Jet on the same continent. I
Could
think
you
there's
imagine
some in
X Jet
Geneva
around me? I
Convention
don't think
about
he could
that.
handle me.
I think there's some in the Geneva Convention about you two being on the same continent.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, I really do like that.
Yeah, here's the Pro kit that has the CNC kit around the board too.
When you're talking about something that's $300, it hardly pays to not buy it already built. I mean, it's so cheap. Unless you can do it for cheaper. That's the thing. If you could,
This kit
199, it's very hard
This
to beat
this
that.
kit right here is available at Newbie Drone for $189. Was that CNC cover on the board? They call it the Air Unit Pro.
Yeah,
Wide Air
$160.
Unit Pro. That it's yeah. The
I
freaking nomenclature is getting so freaking confusing on this shit.
I need to consider something like that because I have a pro unit. I have an O4 Pro that's in a drone. I should put into it in a different drone, and I should replace it with a light because I have a little Cinewhoop, little 2.5 inch. It just you want to save your pro units for bigger birds. That one would be perfect for like the Pavo 20 or the Pavo
I'm trying to see
Pico
if they
or
got
the
a like picture of the other side of that. Oh yeah, here it is. So this is the back side of that CNC housing.
yeah,
You
we could just
control the 25 by 25 and the 20 by 20 mounting on this thing. So you literally can stick it into anything.
you got the heat dissipation too, and full coverage cooling armor. That is nice.
This is a pretty nice kit.
Yeah, that is nice.
And here you got different options. So you got the 04 mounting, that's this 03 mounting, and then it's just a single screw mounting. But this housing here is a little narrow. I think this is 18 millimeter white, where this one here is 20 mil white. Yeah, 18 millimeter was the single screw, and then 20 mil was the 03, 04.
Taco call.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that is a good.
Oh,
Everything about all these products are clean. That's why I like Flywoo. Flywoo's always been good. Everything is clean and neat and tidy, with those guys. I like their simplicity. I like their design flair. It's just they have a really cool knack of making stuff.
yeah. Now, if you buy this kit like this from Flywoo, it will not have the camera error because they're actually taking genuine DJI air unit light apart to build these. If you buy the replacement camera, even with that housing, you will get the calibration error, which is the little red bar on the screen that really
Yeah,
doesn't
no jello.
do
That's right,
anything.
Howie.
But
Yeah,
But if you buy the kit complete like this, no calibration error on the screen. And yeah, no, Flywoo. And Flywoo actually has the shipping down because you can order from Flywoo. It takes about 2 to 2.5 weeks, but it's very transparent. You get good tracking on it. I've always been impressed with Flywoo's shipping department. This channel is always finger at #1, huh?
their forest pack is $39 for their forest pack. Their lion pack. The thing about the 18650 Lions now is they got higher output, so you're getting a better performance out of it. Back when we first started doing these, you had to deal with the sag and all that.
Speaking of flying planes without flight controller, look at Painless 360. He just released a video where they're taking the Radiomaster helicopter receiver and they have an iNav that can be loaded on that thing and gives you 4 UARTs on that thing. It's quite an interesting little project.
All righty, man. We got to call her quits.
Yep, it's
I'm
time.
jonesing for a taco right now. I'm hungry.
Well, I hear you. I'm hungry too.
Yeah, but there's some good stuff going on. I think.
Yeah,
I think the old standbys. We just got to let those guys figure out what they're going to do to get us products, and if we have. Like Beta FPV doesn't have the 20, the Killa 20 is not on, you can't get it on Amazon. You have to order it from, but you can get the 16, and I wouldn't spend any money on anything but that. That's guaranteed. You're going to fly that. And if you have some young person that wants to learn how to fly, they'll get hooked.
Don't bother with the analog. Now, actually, I just sold my last freaking Beta FPV. I finally closed out all my freaking Beta FPV shit.
Yeah,
that little Dark Knight that I had built, yeah, it's gone.
But it's good. I feel bad that Caddx, because Caddx has a really good looking, nice feeling product. I mean, they just threw this out, their product out without, I mean, I don't know what they think about it sometimes.
Buggy
and it could be so good. It was very, very is a good system. Nicely
what
packed.
I don't understand is why can Beta FPV's video system be so much better than the Caddx Ascent system
when they're the same,
and that they're both running on the same fucking chipset.
And then what they did though is what Caddx did is they melded their system together so you could change the flight modes in air, but it was not set up correctly. So when you did switch modes in the air, it freaking went whack job. This one makes you land, set the mode, so you can't like change modes in midair, which is fine. You fly back, but you can change speed. You can do a lot of different things, but you can't off takeoff. You have to decide, what am I going to do? Am I going to fly in sport mode? Am I going to fly in normal mode? Which is probably what solves their problem, for the transition. So, all right.
Well, if you haven't done so already, hit the
thumb, guys.
On the way out. We appreciate it. We will see you when we see you. We're not really running a set schedule anymore because we both have too much shit going on in our lives right now to be narrowed down by a weekly thing.
And when Friday hits, I'm trying to. I'll put out a video on a Friday right now before I'll get on a live stream because it's easier because I can time it out. So
Yep. Well,
it's just hard. Like I said, I'm leaving town, so
yep. You got stuff going on. I got stuff going on. It's been busy. So until next time, hit that thumb on the way out, please, and we shall see you later. Any more words of wisdom?
nope. Keep flying, man. Don't believe the hype. Okay, don't do
Yep.
stupid shit, and you'll be
Don't fuck
fine.
around. You won't find out.
Yep.
All right. Laters.
Later. Bye.